leaky head gasket. We hope that's all the problems there were.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, they referred to him as the grand old man of pulling. He's been pulling for 35 years. The sport has come a long ways, and Wheeler Rittinger now has the most radical tractor here tonight in the 5,800-pound class. There is nothing else like this tractor in America. He's running 2 Donovan engines. Here we go, Butch. It ought to be a wild ride for the farmer from Circleville, Ohio, Wheeler Rittinger.
Rittinger had to use the brakes on Outcast 2 to stay in bounds. That cost him the distance he needed to challenge the leader.
All right, interesting story here behind this driver. He's a farmer from Keota, Iowa, the former president of the Iowa Tractor Pulling Association. I'm going to say Jerry has pulled probably about 25 years. This sport is really in his blood. Now, here's a guy that used to run a couple of twin Chevrolets crank to crank. He used to scream Chevy engines as high a RPM as anybody in the sport. But about 5 years ago, he went to an Allison aircraft engine for one reason in mind: lower maintenance. And he just doesn't have to mess with an Allison as much as he does a couple of Chevrolets.
Whoa, Jerry made a good run, ladies and gentlemen, right there. Jerry Forinash out of Keota, Iowa.
You know, tractor pulling, all types of engines are used. Talk about a unique combination. The Blue Ox comes out with 2 512 cubic inch Chevrolet engines supercharged and a 5-horsepower Briggs & Stratton.
We'll be right back with more tractor and truck pulling from Freedom Hall in Louisville, Kentucky, right after this message.
Bill Leischner and the DIRTSLINGER on the starting line. And this is one good running tractor. Our last tractor should be Eddie Govro. We know they're outside trying to get Headley running. We'll see if Headley's going to make it or not. They're outside working on the Betty's Headache tractor right now, trying to get a new fuel tank on board so he can come on back. All right, Bill Leischner, Weldon, Illinois, the DIRTSLINGER.
Leischner is blowing them all away. Eddie Govro will be the last puller of the event unless Ron Headley can get repaired in time.
The Aries engine right in front of me just made a full pull. Now you're running a twin Chevrolet combination. Where are you going with the sled?
I'm going to go right down his tracks. That looks like a good spot. It's pretty dry there. I think that's about the best spot we got right now.
So the Blue Ox saying that the DIRTSLINGER built a road for him. Let's see if the twin Chevrolet can get into a pull-off.
The Blue Ox doesn't have the power to take it out tonight, but Leischner doesn't have this one sewn up yet.
About 20 minutes ago, Ron Headley had an accident trying to start the Betty's Headache twin. He and the crew have been outside thrashing all evening long, trying to get a new fuel tank mounted right on the very front of the vehicle. Headley made it, so he will be able to take a shot at the National Farm Machinery Show. Now, NASCAR has all types of crews. However, Headley is relying on friends and competitors to help him out. Some of the other drivers that are actually competing against him have been helping him to rebuild the fuel tank on the front. They're indicating it's about half fuel. Headley, trying to get in the pull-offs, had to drop to the bottom of the field. The drama starts to build.
I'll tell you what, you won't be disappointed in this man at all. It's a tough tractor here. Headley, ready to go. Watch the hammer down.
Strong, number one, congratulations. Bill Leischner Leischner takes the lead here with the DIRTSLINGER. Here we are with the winner, Bill Leischner. And Bill, was just a great run that you made tonight. Everybody was struggling, and all of a sudden you hooked onto the sled, and away you won. Tell us about it.
Well, we lightened up the front quite a bit. Tried to pick the front up so we could get out of the hole, and it worked pretty well for us.
It looked like you had, of course, plenty of power, and yet this wasn't a power track, was it?
No, it took power, but not an excess amount. It's about a normal track.
Well, I'll tell you, beat some awfully good competition here tonight.
There was a lot of good iron out there, and I'd like to thank ICI for the opportunity to pull here. It was a real fine show, and TNT Redman for the opportunity to be here.
Well, we thank you very much. I tell you, it was a great show here in the 5,800-pound super modified dragster tractor class. I hope you've enjoyed the Redman TNT All-American Pulling Circuit. And now back to you, Butch.
All right. Well, Army, what'd you think about the pull here tonight?
I tell you what, Butch, you can tell we're in Louisville, Kentucky. They literally put on a war for us. I tell you, the ICI Redman Series keeps getting bigger and bigger as it goes along. Announcing from the starting line end of the track gave a new perspective for me. In the finish, they had to be having some battles down here.
I'll tell you what, the granddaddy of all pulls gets bigger and better every year, and I think you'll agree with me on that.
Oh, no problem at all, Butch. Well, Butch Krager and Army Armstrong, ladies and gentlemen, signing off from Louisville, Kentucky.
Congratulations. Hi, everybody, and welcome to the 1988 Redman TNT All-American Pulling Circuit. I'm Dave Grimm, and we're coming to you tonight from Freedom Hall in Louisville, Kentucky, the scene of the National Farm Machinery Show Championship Tractor and Truck Pull. It's cold outdoors. It's going to be 8 degrees tonight, and a light snow is falling, but the action's going to heat up. Hi, everybody. I'm Dave Grimm. And working with me this year on the broadcast, Butch Krager. And Butch, this is always spectacular competition in Freedom Hall.
That's right, Dave. And tonight we've got 6,200-pound super modified two-wheel drive trucks.
On the starting line tonight, Army Armstrong, a veteran pull announcer. And Army, what are the drivers going to be looking for on the starting line?
We know the track here has a history of a tremendous amount of bite. What we're going to be trying to do is to try to pick their brain a little bit, Dave, find out exactly what they're going to be looking for on this tough Louisville, Kentucky clay. You know, this pull is known as the granddaddy of them all. Before they actually hook to the sled, we're going to be trying to find out what they're thinking about, what groove they're looking for. So plenty of action will take place before they actually get hooked to the sled tonight, Dave.
Well, the crowd is beginning to come in Freedom Hall, and we're just moments away to the start of this Redman TNT event. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the competition as we bring you the most powerful sport on earth. Was one of the most popular classes on the Redman TNT circuit, the two-wheel drive super modified. These are the funny cars and the funny trucks of tractor and truck pulling. And we're going to start out with one of the best, Donnie Sullivan out of Warsaw, Kentucky. He's pulled here in Freedom Hall many times before. So, Butch, here we go. We start the heaviest show on wheels.
All right, here we go. As Sullivan gets ready to set fire to the track, let it go with that Chevy S10, and here he comes. Donnie Sullivan, Warsaw, Kentucky, the truck known as TUFF Cookie. Yeah, looky here. Right on out of here. Wasting no time, ladies and gentlemen. He's almost out of here to begin with. Ladies and gentlemen, as he shuts it off, let's give him a nice round of applause.
A good run for Donnie Sullivan, but it's not official until the judges decide the sled is properly set. The officials decide the sled is too light, so Donnie will have to pull again. An additional 2,000 pounds is added.
Here's a very popular puller on the Redman circuit as we restart the two-wheel drive super modified. They've added about 2,000 weight to the weight box on Ollie Schaefer's sled. And now Kenny Lamont out of Crossville, Illinois, will be our test puller.
Ken Lamont will be the first official puller of the evening in the Midnight Express. Ken was only 12 years old when he first came to the Louisville Farm Show, and a dream began. Ken is one of the top competitors in the two-wheel drive class, and the Midnight Express can get the best of most any sled. The judges will be watching his run closely.
As Lamont fires up, here's one to be reckoned with now here on the starting line as Lamont gets ready to come right up. Ken Lamont out of Crossville, Illinois, with none other than that El Camino.
Here's a very popular puller on the Redman circuit as we restart the two-wheel drive super modified. They've added about 2,000 weight to the weight box on Ollie Schaefer's sled. And now Kenny Lamont out of Crossville, Illinois, will be our test puller.
Ladies and gentlemen, he is right down there at the end, I'll tell you. An excellent run for Ken Lamont. Dave?
Gentlemen, one of the most popular pullers on the Redman TNT circuit, Kenny Lamont out of Crossville, Illinois. As he takes the helmet off, this building was vibrating tonight as this two-wheel drive came down the track. And Kenny, just congratulations, a super run. But the big question is, with you being number one in the class, can it be beat?
Well, we'll all find that out in a little while. The rule being what it is here at Louisville with the number one option, probably if I'd had a chance to take that pull again, I would have. But, you know, that's the rule, and that's what we're going to have to watch here in a little while.
It's official. The sled is set. The next driver up will be Bill Johns, driving a 1941 Willys. Billy's been pulling for about 3 years, but this is the first time to test this classic beauty.
Oh, look at this, Butch. Oh, my word. These two-wheel drive super modifieds are wild creation. And here comes Wild Thing Billy Johns.
Ladies and gentlemen, a brand new truck, a 41 Willys. It's Billy Johns out of Adairville, Kentucky, known as Willie MAKIT. Kentucky, man's only been pulling about 3 years, ladies and gentlemen. Right there, and that's going to be a disqualification. A disqualification.
Donnie Sullivan out of Warsaw, Kentucky, conferring with his brothers. He will come back and pull for the second time this evening on the National Farm Machinery Show pull.
Donnie will be the only puller tonight to get 2 chances. He had a full pull on his test pull, but that didn't count. Let's see what his S10 can do this time.
Okay, on the line, here's Donnie Sullivan now out of Warsaw, Kentucky. He needs better than 224.98 to go up number one. On the line, the Tough Cookie Chevrolet S10. Number one puller. Here he comes right now, Donnie Sullivan. Ladies and gentlemen, a good run. Let's give him a nice round of applause. Don Sullivan out of Warsaw. All you folks from the Warsaw area, let him know you appreciate it.
All right, Donnie Sullivan, a great run. Tell us about it.
I broke my tires loose back in the hole. I don't think it really hitched up that good.
Going to be a power track here tonight?
Yeah, I think so, if you can drive it out of the hole.
All right, that'll put him number 2 here tonight in Freedom Hall. Back to you, Butch.
Here's another truck you need to watch, ladies and gentlemen. This GMC will really go.
Once again, Jim Lyons going in to work with his understudy. The youngster coming first year on the national tour, driving one of the strongest vehicles prepared by Jim Lyons out of Louisville, Kentucky. The Stitches GMC ready for the second shot of the evening.
Normally, Jim Lyons from right here in Louisville would be driving the Stitches 10-Ken truck. But we've had a driver change, and this is going to be Brad Turner. This is one of the strongest trucks of the two-wheel drive super modified class.